You better believe it. Deep, deep breathing. They would have you stop breathing if they could. Woo! There's a lot going on. Thanks for coming to dance with me. Come on, fam. You can make your dreams come true. That means you're vibing to the same beat. You got the power. Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. Conscious self-health care. Making conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. Take a deep look at what's going on around the world, family. What they trying to make you believe. Remember, believe you can, believe you can't. Either way, you're going to be right. So what state are you going to put your body in? Ooh, where's your conscience working from? What state is that? State of fear? State of panic? A state that your body don't know any better? Come on, y'all. Let's dance it out. It's a serious situation. It takes serious measures to take control of your mind and your body and your heart and your soul and not give your power to people, places, or things. And it's not being stupid. And it's not being careless. It's being intelligent, all-knowing. Having that all-knowing mind at this particular time is going to save you a lot of frustration and anxiety. You got to know who you are. You got to know the power of the human body. But it's even better when you understand that energetic being that you are, family. And there's no myth in that truth. Woo! Are you taking those deep breaths? They probably tell you not to breathe now. It's not a funny situation. It's a serious situation. But you got to have a balance in your life when things come like this. They want to make you feel victim that you have no control. Thank you for coming to dance with me. 3/18/2020. Taking a deep, full breath. And knowing the power of who you are. And I'm going to start off and I'm going to remind you, and I see why the universe had me pick these cards up and hold on to these cards for the past month. Because I'm telling you something. And it came from the words of Deepak Chopra. Saying his name incorrectly, but twisted a little bit. He said remedy, and this is your remedy for all what's going on in the world, for all the things you feel that's happening to your body that makes you feel you need to turn away from yourself 100% and give your power to something else. He says we have a pharmacy inside of us that is absolutely exquisite. It makes the right medicine for the precise time, for the right target organ with no side effects. How many of you out there can trust that, can know who you are, can balance things out for yourself and not get frustrated? People will put you anywhere they want to put you at when they want to control you. Something is going on in the world that most people can't see. But you got to remember, the invisible is made visible when you look at it with correct eyes. When you look at it with that third eye, that right eye, that God eye, that energetic eye. You got to understand. You got to look at what's going on. Thank you, family. Thank you, community. Thank you for those that are tuning in live and to those that will listen to the rebroadcast show. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show. Here every Wellness Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on InnerLightRadio.com. I got to get InnerLightRadios.com opening and add that to my rebroadcast show because I love the way Jamal and the young lady is talking about understanding the greatness within you and paying attention to what they're trying to do to you. So I want to thank you for coming on board the friendship train and bringing a friend this time because I know you did. I know you brought someone with you to sit back and listen so they can think about what they're thinking about and how they're thinking about it. So, we are on the best train ride out there. The Harriet Tubman's ride to healthcare freedom. Hear me when I say this. It's time to shift out of chronic disease care stress. It's time to shift out of chronic disease care stress. They're telling you can't even breathe now. But I'm telling you, the breath of life supports the tree of life. That lymphatic system, the guardian angel of the immune system. So everybody's talking about what to take for the immune system. You better take a higher state of consciousness. You better be in tune to your own body. You better understand what's going on and become your own wellness doctor. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't become your own wellness doctor, that you can't learn some anatomy, some physiology, and some pathology. Just a little bit of it will give you a great amount of understanding. I'm telling you something right now, family. What they're trying to do to you is time to do what one of the masters had to tell us about everything in life. It's called thinkonomics. You got to think about what they're saying. Thinkonomics, financial nomics. You got to think about what's going on. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking so you can learn the truth about yourself. They say, be ye transformed. I say, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, not to fear, not to frustration, not to feeling isolated. Take time. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. If you're 6 feet away, you still gonna get what's coming out my mouth. What I'm breathing. That's what gets me. Take a deep breath and relax. Take a deep breath and relax. Through positive self-awareness, the individual can change the conditions and circumstances in his and her own life. Through positive self-awareness, the individual can change the conditions and circumstances in his and her own life. You got to raise your vibration. If you are being dragged down into a sunken hole with the fear-mongering that's going on, and I ain't saying take nothing lightly, but I'm saying there's more fear-mongering going on than anything else. And what are you going to do to your own body? What are you going to do to your own chemistry? You're blocking the energetic vibrations of life. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. Who you giving your power to? People, places, and things. You are great. You are great. So shift out of chronic disease care stress right now. You are the master of your thoughts and mind. Don't give nobody else your thoughts. Don't give nobody else your mind. And don't let them put their thoughts in you and their mind understanding in you. Trust the inner vibration of who you are. It is the time for people to tune into themselves and trust what they're feeling. It might be opposite of what the world is saying to you. Trust what you feel within yourself. And if it is to follow that path of understanding, then that's your choice. That you made those things happen for yourself through the way that you look at yourself. So you are the master of your thoughts and mind. And you tell your mind what to think. And you tell your feelings what to feel. And you tell your body how to react. Talk to yourself. Don't let nobody tell you it's crazy to talk to yourself, and sit back and listen to the vibrations coming out of your being. You are energetic. You are vibration. And you are in tune to the frequencies in life. So master your mind, master your feelings, and master your thoughts. You got to do it. You got to be your own praising vibration, tuning vehicle of your own life. You must tell your human holographic image what to do, how to act, and how to think. And they want to call you insane. They want to say it's insanity, but you got the power. Nobody has the power over your being, your existence. Because can nobody do nothing to you or for you unless you accept it? So what are you accepting, family? I've been saying this for the past 25 years, and it seems to be right in alignment with what's going on today. Those that are tuned into themselves and that understand and have taken a little bit of anatomy, physiology, pathology, and understand how their being is, they're vibrating high right now. Real high right now. And you can do the same thing too, because we're talking about love, the divine love, self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-knowledge, having self-worth, using self-knowledge, tuning into thyself, having self-assurance, and the laws of vibrational energy. Do you know the laws of vibrational energy? You live them every day. You breathe them every day. You may not be aligned to them, but your body is, your soul is, your spirit is, your being is. Love is the power that brings my entire life together. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, universal frequencies of life, that I've been saying this for years, that is indwelled into the being of who I am. That when my mind do drift somewhere where it has no business being, love brings me back to the understanding that it heals, renews, restores, and empowers me with divine energy and life. Taking that deep, deep breath, working my lymphatic system. That's why we take that breath when we come into this world, because we are in control of this human vehicle. The breath of life is attached to the energetic realm of life, laws of vibrational energy. So I'm loving action. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling fantastic. Even though my nerves is going like they're going because of what's going on, who I am, energetic frequencies is pulling on a lot of individuals that have a fluid understanding about energy and life and who they are. And that's what's so great about what's going on. It's the fact that our collective energy is making a change, a positive change. So yeah, I'm loving action, and I'm trying to tell you, so are you. But you got to hold on to that vibration. You got to start believing in that. That you and I am the master of positive self-expression. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are here to be givers and receivers of love. That's what I do here every Wellness Wednesday, every post, every workshop, every conversation I have. That's what I've been doing. That's what I came here to do. And I'm riding high with it right now. And I ain't telling nobody to diss anything, ignore anything, but I'm just saying tune into yourself and feel your own vibration and listen to what your body is saying to you, and don't seek things in your subconscious mind that you do not want to come out in your reality. Only you can do this. Only you can do this. So is it time for you to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your own personal health care plan? Oh, Lord, I say it's time. Is it time? Is it time? Yes, it is. It's time. Right on time. Emancipating yourself from medical mental slavery. Woo! Lord, what are they doing to the world? What's going on, and what do they really, 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 truly want to happen? That everywhere, in every country, in every 50 states in the United States, what are they doing? What changes has to come about? What has occurred? The things have got to shift to be a better world for everybody. But why would they come and bring it through something like this to make a change? I want you to sit back. I want you to take a deep breath. And for those that are out there praying, remember the words of Joseph Murphy. Your desire is your prayer. What is your desire? What are you desiring? Have they taken away your golden desires with what's going on? What are your desires? Your desires is your prayer. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now and feel its reality. Because feelings get the blessings. So what are your blessings based on with those feelings? Is there a feeling of fear because of the false education being accepted as reality, the false evidence around the world appearing real? Oh, why is she saying it's false? Ain't nothing false about it. It's real. It's as real as you say it is. It's as real as you believe it is. It's as real as you feel it. Because feeling get the blessings. Yes, they do. Your desire is your prayer. Picture the fulfillment of your desire now and feel its reality, and you will experience the joy of the answered prayer. What is your prayer? If you're praying for this to end, if you're praying for nothing to come to you, you got to hold on to it with the understanding of that understanding of the wealth of who you are and how this body functions, along with perception. We got to look at it and we got to understand. So I'm getting calls, but I ain't talking to nobody. I ain't persuading you because I don't persuade anybody to do anything. Because I told you, I learned some things when they taught us some things under the auspice of that one thing. How you convince people to do anything that you want them to do. So I ain't going to do none of that. I'm telling you to sit back and take a deep breath and listen to the beat of your heart. Listen to the inner wealth of your soul. Everybody is getting a message right now. But you're so tuned into other things that you can't hear the message for you. And this is a time, family. This is a time, community. This is a time right now, right here at this present moment to listen to the inner wealth of your soul speaking to you and talking to you. It's not steering you wrong. It's steering you right. Because how are they going to end it? You're 6 feet apart. You can't be out there. They want to tell people they can't even be on the beach outside together. You're still too crowded. You're like sardines in the can. And the air don't have no properties in it. It can't shift anything for you. Only man can. We got to create something for you. You got to sit back and think about what's going on and what's happening. Take those deep, deep breaths. Relax. Tune into yourself for a moment. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. The good thing about it is that everybody get to sit back at home and relax. There are some people that needed a break. Their energy needed to rest. They was going like Bugs Bunny. They was going like the rabbit. Getting off centered. All wired up. Didn't know how to stop, relax, and be still. Now guess what? Everybody got to stop and relax and be still and be at home. Yeah. Now you get to look at your wife. You get to look at your husbands. You get to look at your kids. You get to look at your house and see what's going on. And I want to tell you something, family. Just like they have sick building syndrome, that's why they don't want everybody around in their office environment, because they ain't got no good circulation in there, no air circulating. It's called sick building syndrome. When I was working in corporate America, I had to fight. Let's get windows open. Let's get things going on. People need air. Let them go outside. it's sick air in the building. It makes people sick because it's not fresh. So how can you be outside in the world and they saying the air ain't fresh no more? Come on, family. Come on, family. In your homes, open up the windows. Let some air come in. Sit back and take some deep, deep breaths. And give that support to that almighty system. And if there's any system in the body that you want to learn that they don't teach you anymore, that they gave the power over to oncologists, is that lymphatic system. You got to learn the power of the lymphatic system so you can learn the power of the breath. That breath that brings you into this life, that helps you sustain life while you're here. Take a deep breath. Relax. Tune into yourself. Take these moments of silence. It's a good thing. People always say, Khadijah, why you don't hug? Now the huggers of the huggers ain't hugging no more. Everybody want to stick the elbow at you. Nah, you was a hugger 20 days ago. And then you don't want to hug no more. Where's your belief at? Oh, I forgot. Believe you can't. Believe you can't. Either way, you're right. Okay? What you thinking about, fam? What you holding on to? So I said this week, I'm going to share a little with you from a book that I'm putting back out. I'm doing it as it's actually a ebook, but it's more or less a audio book that I'm going to be reading and sharing and downloading to support you. So what's going on right now and what's happening? Everybody's scared to say anything. I thought I'd just read the first 2 pages of the introduction because I normally do that every year anyway to disclaim things. So the name of the book is Stepping Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare for Advanced Holistic Health Education, Reaching Another Level of Wellness, Vibrant Living Through Living Consciously. A quote from Ernest Holmes, right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify it. What thoughts are you pouring into your consciousness right now, family? Even the conscious of the consciousness has shifted some. A lot of us haven't, but a lot of us have. Sit back and take a deep breath. He is God, the creator, the maker, the giver of form. To him belong the most beautiful names. Everything in the universe, everything in heavens and earth glorifies him. He is almighty, the all-wise, energy, frequency, and vibration known through the word of God. The truth of life is consciousness. You hear me all the time saying, what state of consciousness are you in, family? What state of consciousness in are you right now? What are you telling your children? What are you saying to yourself? The disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only. It should be fully understood that no information or interpretation of any part of this information is to be used for diagnosis, or treatment of diseases. The purpose of this information is to teach the cause of disease and what man must do mentally, nutritionally, physically to prevent and possibly reverse diseases, disease thoughts, disease thinking, disease care. I acknowledge that only a medical doctor has the right to diagnose and treat diseases, but we also acknowledge the fact that every human being has the responsibility to do all that is within his or her power, mentally, nutritionally, and physically, to prevent and possibly reverse any pain, loss of energy, or disease that he may have in his body. Caution. Because of the nature of the discoveries revealed in this information, anyone who uses any of the information that is contained must do so on his or her own as a result of his or her own free will. Do we have free will? Think about what's going on around the world. Do we have free will? Yeah, we do. You really do. If you do use information contained without the approval of a health professional, 100% you are prescribing for yourself. This is your constitutional right. But you have to remember, I'm not telling you to do anything but to become your own wellness doctor or learn anatomy, physiology, pathology, a little bit of understanding about vitamins, minerals, herbs, food, and life lessons that they want to give you. This is the main thing that people have to realize what they've done and how they can get away with what they're doing right now. Benjamin Rush, Surgeon General of George Washington's Army and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution. Let me say it one more time. Dr. Benjamin Rush, Surgeon General of George Washington Army and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, unless we put medical freedom in the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict the healing arts, the art of healing, to one class of men, conventional orthodox treatment, and deny, look what's going on, family, and deny equal privilege to others. One more time, I got to do it. Benjamin Rush, Surgeon General of George Washington Army and signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict the art of healing to one class of men, conventional orthodox treatment, and deny equal privileges to others. All such laws are un-American and despotic and have no place in a republic. All such laws are un-American and despotic and have no place in a republic. The Constitution of this republic should make special provisions for medical freedom, as well as religious freedom. They give you that religious freedom because they use it to tear you down and break you down and separate and distance one another, like social distance, religious distance, so people can go at each other. Now is the time to understand who you are and what's going on in the world and what you can do for yourself, because it's called self-care, self-love, self-respect, becoming your own wellness doctor and tuning into yourself. It gotta be mind over genes and understanding the new biology. So I want you to sit back. That 30 minutes went by so fast because the energy is riding high. I'm on a wave of life that have me feeling real good. It's the feelings of love, of joy, of happiness, of how I supported my body. Healed from a stroke. But I tell you, the nerves, I love the way they're still vibrating. It matches with the energetic being of who I am. It tells me a great deal. So think about the things I just said to you, family. Think about the statement that just was said and how your medical freedom is being taken away. In some states right now, you don't have a choice. They telling you going to be tested. We going to stick you. Are we giving you anything? No, we're not. Are we going to give you a false reading and make you think the evidence is appearing real with their test results? They come out false all the time. That's dependent on somebody to read it, to interpret it, to process it. What do they want? Can they get what they want? Look at what's happening around the world. I tell you, sit back, take a deep breath, relax your inner being, and think about it. You are in control. Yes, you are.
Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, Get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words sell, CELLLIFE.com. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain, not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.4, the word sell, CELLLIFE.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forselllife.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749.
in the stream of things and everything is in true alignment. The shift is taking place. That's why you must shift out of chronic disease, cure stress, and become your own wellness doctor. We got to understand the power that we have when we understand our bodies. So one of the chapters in the book, I'm going to read the first page of it. And I'm looking forward to actually putting the book back out in audio. Mind over genes is the new biology. Bruce Lipton states in his paper, Mind Over Genes, the new biology, that each individual needs to consider changing their perspective, that the human body is a biochemical machine programmed by its genes. Bruce Lipton states in his paper, Mind Over Genes, the new biology, that each individual needs to consider changing their perspective, that the human body is a biochemical machine programmed by its genes. Until recently, it was thought that genes were self-actualizing, that genes could turn themselves on and off. A radical new understanding has emerged at the leading edge of cell science. It is now recognized that the environment, and more specifically, your perception, interpretation of the environment directly controls the activity of your genes. This new perspective of human biology does not view the body as just a mechanical device, but rather incorporates the role of the mind and spirit. This breakthrough in biology is fundamental in all healing, for it recognizes that when we change our perception or beliefs, we send totally different messages to our cells and reprogram their expression. The new biology reveals why people can have spontaneous remissions or recover from injuries deemed to be permanent and disabilities. Think on that. The new biology. Are they feeding us the old biology because they know that the new biology has came into the world, that they know is a new change, that you can't blindly herd people into thinking one way? So they coming up with this mass misconception, deception of reality. They're using what's real and turning it all around and making you be your own worst enemy to your own body. How your thoughts control your DNA. We got to always remember what Baba Tim Morrow said. Our ancestor is out there now and is helping us. Growing old don't make you sick. It's growing sick that makes you old, and they doing it to everybody right now. Even though they want to try to say the kids, they are immune. They are immune. How can they say that everybody got the same immune system, the same lymphatic system? And it's being affected. All systems are. So, my mom, Miss Shirley Davis Hardy, she signed this book with a quote because I wrote the book for her. Anyway, my mother always taught us, got something to say, write it down. If anybody listen, write it down, give it to them. So I really wrote this book, Stepping Up out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare, for my mom with information in it. And she had to say, step up and out of the dark ages of healthcare. Clear, precise, and very informative. The context of this book should have everyone renewing their way of thinking. Past granddaughter Rugley Shirley R. Davis Hardy. I'm telling you, family, it's time to accept what's going on and how we are responsible for the care of this body through the way that we think, the way that we act. And yes, it is a biochemical body that's affected by the things you eat. It's time. So, emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery day. It's April 30th. We'll be live right here on InLightRadio.com with our panel radio show, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our panel radio show is going to come together. And I believe with all of my heart in knowing that is going to be a show that's going to shift the vibrations of a lot of people in this time that's going on right now. And I want to tell you all, you got to sit back and you got to breathe. You got to relax yourself. You got to not get caught up. A lot is going on. We all are going to move forward. We already have survived the worst. And now everything just got to get back in balance. And we got to see what they're going to bring forth out of all of this. And it's more than just healthcare, because you are in control of that. So take your deep breaths and focus on yourself and feel good about yourself. And yes, in these times, you got to shift the vibration in your body. So find some movies that's going to make you laugh. And since you're in the house, sit back and look at your children, look at your spouse. Your parents are there with you. You all got to come up with a new paradigm. You can't sit there and be worried and thinking about what's going on. You got to shift your own energy. How our thoughts control our DNA. It's another article by Bruce Lipton. And I'm going to share as much of it as I can with you, because we're going to end with our favorite song, War, with Ascension, You Rise. With ascension and understanding the truth of life and what's going on and how they want to control everything about your human body. But you are the control of your human body through that energetic being and understanding. So you visit my website, CONSCIOUSELF.com. Step up to Quantum Health and Healing. Know that April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. That lymphatic system is so very powerful to the healing of the body, of the cells, and what's going on. And it's your connection to the divine energy of life, that breath. I was so honored when Bob Marley came to me and said, create this month 10 years ago. The 10th anniversary of Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. And it gives me energy. And that's how I move through this stroke, because things will happen with understanding and got full mobility and everything is going great. The eyes is beginning to run more. The fluid is leaving from around that one eye that's been in the darkness, because I think I needed to go inward with that eye more. I think that's why I set this up in my own being. But now I want to see all that the world has to offer through both eyes very clearly, because I'm not giving my power to anybody anymore anyway. I don't have to, because it's just me now. And I can take better care of me and say the things I need to say and do the things I need to do. So we're going to sit back and I'm going to share a few words again from Bruce H. Lipton. The common idea that DNA determines so much of who we are, not only our eye, our hair color, for example, but also our actions, disorders, or susceptibility to cancer. It's a misconception. This concept says you are less powerful than your genes. He said this concept says that you are less powerful than your genes. The problem with that belief system is that it extends to another level. You find yourself to be more or less a victim of your heredity. You become irresponsible. You say, I can't do anything about it, so why try? In reality, a person's perception and not genetic programming is what spurs all actions in the body. It is actually our beliefs that select our genes, that select our behavior. The human body is comprised of 50 to 65 trillion cells. Cells functions independent of DNA, and its perception of environmental stimuli affects DNA. This also applies the same principle to the human body as a whole, showing the power our perceptions, our beliefs have over DNA. He explains it in 5 steps. Step number 1, The cell is like a human body, and it functions without DNA. The cell is like a human body. It is capable of respiration, digestion, reproduction, and other life functionings. The nucleus, which contains the genes, has traditionally been reviewed as the control center, the brain of the cell. Yet, when the nucleus is removed, the cell continues with all of its life functions, and it can still recognize toxins and nutrients. It appears the nucleus and the DNA it contains does not control the cell. Scientists assumed some 50 years ago that genes control biology. It just seems so correct. We brought the story. We do not have the right assumptions. Listen to that. He says we do not have the right assumptions. Number 2, DNA is controlled by the environment. Listen, the DNA is controlled by the environment. Proteins carry out the functions in cells, and they are building blocks of life. It has long been thought that DNA controls or determines the actions of proteins. Here I propose a different model. This is Bruce Lipton talking, not me. Environmental stimuli that come into contact with the cell membrane are perceived by receptor proteins in the membrane. This sets off a chain reaction of proteins passing on what could be described as messages to other proteins, motivating action in the cell. DNA is coated in a protective sleeve of protein. The environmental signals act on that protein, causing it to open up and select certain genes for use. Genes specifically need to react to the current environment. Basically, DNA is not the beginning of the chain reaction. Instead, the cell membrane's perception of the environment is the first step. What is your perception about what's going on and what they're telling you? If you want things to be different, you got to change your perception. And that's not being stupid or blind or crazy because you didn't follow what a group of doctors are saying, the white coats. If there are no perceptions, the DNA is inactive. Genes cannot turn themselves on or off. They cannot control themselves. If a cell is cut off from any environmental stimuli, it does not do anything. Life is due to how the cells respond to the environment. Perception of the environment is not necessarily reality of the environment. The perception of the environment is not necessarily the reality of the environment. Can I say it one more time? The perception of the environment is not necessarily the reality of the environment. What is your perception about what's going on, and what are you moving, and how are you moving your being in this world right now? If it's not a peace, love, and harmony, and understanding, balance, and tranquility with yourself, for yourself, self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, self-knowledge, self-understanding, you've got to be the one to shift it. Taking that deep, 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 deep breath, family. Sitting back and relaxing. I'm trying to tell you something. Don't let nobody shift you away from yourself. Don't let anyone shift you away from yourself. When I post this current radio show up on YouTube, I may just put this whole article down in the description box. But you can also look up the article by simply typing in Google, How Our Thoughts Control Our DNA by Bruce Lipton, which I think it came out in 2015. Human beliefs, choosing to perceive a positive or negative environment. Take a moment, breathe and relax. And I want to thank you so very much for tuning into the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. It's time to become your own wellness doctor so you becoming your own wellness doctor. And know that April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. You want to understand the lymphatic system, join my group on Facebook. Look me up, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, Foulks. Be a part of the groups, get the information that you need to help you become strong, to help you hold on to what you know at a time when you may be surrounded by so many people that's afraid and scared and frustrated. Somebody got to be the one to stand there with truth and energy and understanding. They may not want it. They may not want to accept it. What they call that, cognitive dissonance or something like that. You have to think about it, but you keep holding on to your truth and your understanding. And whatever it is for yourself is going to bring about, prayerfully, what you want and not the opposite. So hold on. Hold on to your true understanding that you are in control of this body and how this body truly works. And what you need to give it is fresh air, relaxation, some self-love. Give yourself proper nutrition, proper vitamins. Eat well, think well, do well, be in a loving state. Wow. Just got a message. I know the fear is great, and that's what they wanted. They wanted to create that fear. They wanted to put that panic into everybody, to separate, to bring about a mass disconnectedness between each other. But we got to hold on as citizens of the universe. We got to hold on to the true understanding of life, and we got to rise in vibration, because this is war. I want to hear that song. I want to let it take us out, because this is war for yourself, for your own self-healing, for your own self-understanding. Don't let man control your being. And that's what they're trying to do when they're going to force you to do something that you don't want to do. Because, you know, everybody's waking up to medicine. They're understanding about all of that. But you got your own pharmacy inside of you. And you may need to know. But it don't come from a drug, family. It comes from nature. I say rise. Put your hands together. Put them together, come on. Put them together. I got joy in my soul. God is in control. I got Satan on my trail, but I'm singing all is well. He's attacking every day, but I'm watching while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't turn back, 'cause this means war. This means war. This means war. This means war. Put them together. I got joy in my soul. God is in control. I got Satan on my trail, but I'm singing all is well. He's attacking every day, but I'm watching while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't turn back, 'cause this means war. This means war. This means war. This means war. I bleed the blood. I bleed the blood. There's power in the blood. I bleed the blood. Healing in the blood. I bleed breathe this week. Take the time to sit back and tune into yourself. Take the time to sit back and think onamis. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Honor yourself. Praise yourself. Do what you need to do for self-care, self-love, and self-respect. And don't let nobody turn you around and tell you you're stupid. You're dumb because you're not doing this. You're not doing that. The greatest thing you should do that you've been taught to do all your life is wash your hands. Drink some water. Trust your own vibration. Don't get caught up in drugs. Don't get caught up in over-the-counter stuff. Don't get caught up in putting all this sanitizing stuff on your hands. All you need is some water and some soap. It does the same thing. So sit back and breathe and relax and stay tuned into yourself, family. Thank you.
Come on, put your hands together. You can't have my family. You can't have my increase. You can't have my breakthrough. You say you can't have my, you can't have my, you can't, I plead the blood. Yes, we're in the blood. Healing in the blood. Deliverance in the blood. Here's what you gotta say. This means war. Whenever the enemy's attacking in your life, you gotta say, this means war. You can't be breaking down and falling out. This means war. You're gonna break out your prayer, break out your words. This means war. You're gonna break out some praise. This means war. Last time. This means war. Well, somebody clap your hands. It's a wrap. That's all you got? That's all you got?